Hello everybody, I'm Chef Sperxos and we are here in Dubai in my small kitchen. For today we're gonna make an open souvlaki with a homemade pita bread and the vegetarian beefsteak. For the ingredients we're gonna need 130 grams of flour, 40 ml of water, 10 ml of olive oil, 2 grams of salt, 35 ml of milk. We're gonna use 3 grams of yeast. For our vegetarian beefsteak, we're gonna need 1 carrot. We're gonna use 1 small zucchini, eggplant, and spring onion. We're gonna need 1 red onion, 1 tomato, 1 egg. We're gonna use salt, pepper, oregano, and we're gonna need breadcrumb, yogurt, thyme, and rosemary. Let's start. How we start? Then we'll start with the pita bread and we're gonna add the flour and we're gonna add the milk and the salt. Now, for our yeast, we need to put warm water and to start, to working. And we're gonna mix together till the time with the warm water and yeast, it start like the enzyme to work. We have to make sure we never put the salt with the yeast together because we're gonna kill our enzyme and it's not gonna work. We need the dough to be soft dough and not very hard. Why? Because of the time we're gonna open, we're gonna be very soft, very easy to open. A little bit of the olive oil. And we just make sure sometimes we keep a little bit of the flour on the side, because it's depend about what flour we're using, soft or rice flour. For my recipe I use rice flour because decrease the yeast. Then I will gonna need a little bit more. Only just to make sure it's very hard. So you can see our dough is getting beautiful. Then the more easy way to actually mix the dough is we just take the dough at the chopping board and we start to mixing together. When your hand is stuck a little bit, put a little bit of flour, then it's gonna help. If you follow the proper recipe, you'll not have these kind of things. Wow, it already starts. You can see here, we cut the dough in the small balls and we're gonna keep on the side to rise. A little more flour. See, now it's not stuck in the chopping board, we just put a bit of more of the flour. And our dough now, we're gonna cut in 4 pieces, 4 small pita bread. For today we want to make a small pita bread. Then if you like to make a bigger pita bread, you just depend about the balls. So if you like to make a 2 big pita bread, you just make sure you cut in 2. So it's nice, soft, easy to open later on. Then we're gonna keep on the side. How you can see here, we have small 4 pita bread, very nice. And we just make sure we keep the temperature to rise up the yeast. For the next 10 minutes we're gonna keep on the side and we're gonna start with our vegetarian beefsteak. And how we have, we're gonna start with our carrot. We just grate all of our ingredients with a grater. That is the most easy way to do that. You just grate here. Now, if you want easier way for that, you just make sure you're using the blender and you're blending all your ingredients. But I prefer, you know, the time you eat to be a little bit more crunchy. Then this is the reason I'm using that. Beautiful eggplant after zucchini. Tomato. And let's go to chop the onion, the spring onion and the normal onion. This is one of the vegetarian like Greek dish, you know, I always like in my restaurants to make. Then because he can be like everybody, he can actually make in 10 to 15 minutes at home. Like maybe it will take a little bit longer. You can see like the salad onion here. I prefer the salad because it's the smaller onion. It's a little bit more strong, but you know, it's like more sweet at the finishing. How nice is that? It already smells very nice. Like so many vegetables. Beautiful. Like these days we have to eat healthy. And we have here all our vegetables, it's ready. Then we're gonna add a little bit of the egg, a little bit of the oregano, a bit of the black pepper, and our breadcrumb. When we add all the ingredients, we just make sure, like we added already the salt, we just make sure we open our fire and we start like to making warm our pan. It's not a pan, it's like a grill. Now if at your home you have a grill, just use your grill. But you know, like in my small apartment, I can use like the pan grill. Then also he can give you a beautiful taste if you spread a little bit with olive oil and you try. Now if at your home like you have the big grill, you just use it. And we're mixing very, very well. You can see how beautiful it looks like. Already soft and nice, tasty, a vegetarian, very nice dish. Then for our next step, we're gonna keep this in our chiller for the next 10 to 15 minutes because we have already the pita bread. Then we have to start with the pita bread. And you can see how it looks like. When we keep in the chiller for the 10 to 15 minutes, all the ingredients that are gonna come together. Now, if you like, you can make for the like one day before, then you can have it ready in the chiller, and the next day you just grill it, like for more, like to actually don't have like too fast. Then, how we can see our pita bread is already start to raise, and you know the yeast start to work. Then we actually don't need the rolling pin. I have my rolling pin here, but if you don't have, no problem, because we're gonna open our pita bread with a little bit of the olive oil, our chopping board. And we just put a little bit our hands, like to don't be stuck, because it's already very soft and very nice. It's actually one of my favorite dough. Greek homemade pita bread. Look how easy it is. It's only 5 minutes. In 5 minutes you can have the Greek pita bread at your home. At these days, maybe we cannot find in the market, then we're making at home. Beautiful. And then we keep going, opening. What I want you to do at home is like, you just make sure you don't keep for long, very long the pita bread, because after this it's gonna be start to stick in the hand, then you just make sure, and you see like the small pita bread, how we like it. Our pan is getting ready. How you can see, we just use a little bit of the brass with a little bit of the olive oil for our pan. We are not using so much, but a little bit. Then very nice. Just be careful, don't fire the apartment. Now what I want you to do for the pita bread is just use a fork, small tongue or fork, what you have in your apartment, to just give a small hold, because we don't really like, you know, to be puffed a lot. We like to be puffed, but not very much. How we can see is like, look like already very nice. And we're gonna put in our pan. We'll start to grill our pita bread. This beautiful pita bread, homemade. And you can see we start to grilling the pita bread to be ready with the pita bread. Very nice. If you see your pan is dry like that, you just make sure you add a little bit of the olive oil, but not too much. Let's open our chiller to see what is going on here. Wow, very nice. You can see it's already cold and it's already, all the ingredients came together. Now, again the same way, if it's like very sticky in your hand, just make sure you're using a little bit of the olive oil. Don't be sticky. It's gonna be more easy for you to make a small, nice, beautiful beefsteak, a vegetarian beefsteak with these beautiful ingredients. Wow. Now, you know, like it's a vegetarian dish, then you can go further and you can try a little bit like of that, like to see if you need a little bit of more salt. If your preference is a little bit of more salt or a little bit more pepper, you can add also at the end. For me, it's perfect. Very good. Let's see what is going on with our pita bread. Wow. A beautiful pita bread is almost ready. Just need 5 to 7 minutes in the grill. 3 minutes for one side and 3 minutes for the other side. As you can see, it's already the grill lines that came. Then together with that, like, we can put our beautiful beefsteak, the vegetarian beefsteak. Just make sure you brush a little bit with olive oil before that. Don't be sticky in your pan. One more for today. Then we have this beautiful beefsteak is grilling. Then we're gonna start to plating our dish, and we are ready for today. Almost ready, actually. Now, tips for the meat lovers, how I said previously, is we're using the meat. I like the chicken also. Like, we just make sure we marinate for the last night to give all the flavors and the ingredients of the oregano, salt, and marinations you can find in my next episode. Wow, it's already smell. All of my building is gonna smell today souvlaki. It's a good souvlaki. Actually, come over, you know, to try, and we're gonna eat together and we're gonna cook together. How nice, how smell, how beautiful. How nice it looks like that. It's beautiful. Let's go. How we start is our pita bread is ready. Then I'm gonna start with one of our pita bread. Then we have this amazing yogurt. It came like I just bought from the supermarket. It's from Greece. Then it's one of my favorite things. And if you have a kid at home, like just give them a little bit extra yogurt. Then we're gonna add a little bit of the yogurt on the top. And we're gonna keep it on the side. Wow, our vegetarian beefsteak is ready. Just make sure you're not overcooked. We need the vegetables to be a little bit crunchy and very flavory. If you overcook, it's gonna be very dry. How nice. And how I say, we use a little bit of the thyme on the top. A little bit of fresh olive oil, obviously. In the Greek recipes, we always using olive oil, fresh olive oil. And finishing with our fresh rosemary. I hope you like today our cooking. I'm Chef Sperxos. Just make sure you're gonna subscribe to my YouTube channel and we're gonna meet in the next time. Also, any tips and recipes you like, and you will prefer to have, just please write the comments below or in my personal website as a Chef Sperxos, Instagram, or in my personal website. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy everybody cooking together with me. See you in the next episode with a beautiful, beautiful recipes. A big hug. Kisses.